everybody, my name is Robin and today I'm going to show you how to get this subtle and soft autumnal look. It is finally getting colder in the Bay Area and I figured this would be a good transition look to go from the warmer months to the chillier season. So if you want to see how to get this look, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a clean and moisturized face and I'm going to go in with my Skin 79 BB Cream in the VIP Gold Edition. And this is just going to even out my skin tone and keep it hydrated for the drier season. It also gives me a little bit of sheen and glow, which I really like. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Skinfood Salmon Concealer in number 1. And it's just a nice salmon based color to counteract the horrendous dark circles I have. Because I never learn, and I always procrastinate, and I always have all-nighters. And now I'm going to go in with the NYX HD Concealer in light and just lighten up darker areas and redness on my face, like my laugh line and that nasty stubborn pimple on my forehead. And just blend away. Now with the NARS Translucent Pressed Powder, I'm going to go over my under eyes just to set them and then my T-zone because, you know, dewy is cute, greasy is not. So with the Honey Bronzer from the Body Shop in number 2, I'm going to carve me some bone. Because, let's face it, I'm going to come out and say it. I have cheeks, and they are chubs. But it's okay, you learn to embrace it, you learn to love it. So I'm just sweeping that under my cheekbone. For blusher, I'm going to be using NYX Spice, and I'm going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks and sweep backwards. So it creates a little bit of a more defined look, because we're going for that subtle transition. Now I'm going to go in with highlighter, and this one's Mary Loumanizer from the Balm, and I'm just going to sweep that on the highest points of my cheeks. Yep, just sweeping it on. Just sweeping it on. I'm also going to take that down the bridge of my nose to give my face more dimension. And that's the base done. Now I'm going to move on to eyes, and starting with the Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo in Vintage Plum, I'm just going to pop that all over my lid as a base. And just make sure it's completely blended out because we don't want any harsh edges in our soft look. Once that's done, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and with the Lorac Unzipped palette, I'm using the color Undiscovered, which is a pale gold color, and just popping that in the center of my lid. And then I'm going to blend out the edges. I'm going to concentrate this color in the center of the lid only, so I'm just going to keep going back and adding more and then blending it out until I have the opacity that I want. Now with Unconditional, which is a matte mauve color, I'm going to give my flat Asian eyes some depth by blending it in the inner and outer corners of my eyes. Now with Unbridled, which is a warm reddish brown, I'm going to go in and blend that onto my lower and upper lashes to give my eyes more definition. Now with Undercover, which is a pearly white shade, I'm going to highlight my inner corners and also my brow bone to bring in light into my eyes. Now to further define my eyes, I'm going to use Tarte eyeliners in Plum and Golden Plum. Plum is a matte shade and I'm going to be smudging that onto my top lash line. And I'm going to try to make the line as thin as possible so my double eyelid shows. Now with Golden Plum, I'm going to put that onto my waterline, and it has gold shimmer in it. So it'll reflect light but at the same time give me a little bit of color. And then I'm just going to take a smudging brush and blend out the edges. Now it's time for mascara, and I'm using Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes, which has like a purple case, so it kind of ties into the purple look we're doing. You get it? Eh? I thought it was clever. So I'm going to skip curling my lashes because they're naturally curly, and I find that curling them does nothing or I look permanently surprised. So that's the eye look done. Moving on to brows, I'm using my favorite, which is the Etude House Drawing Brow number 1. And I'm just going to follow the natural shape of my brows and just fill them in. And I'm just going to use a spoolie to blend out the edge so it looks a little bit more natural. So that's pretty much the eye look done. Now to finish off the look, I'm using H&M's lip gloss in All I Want Is You, and it's like a berry color that's bright but not too bright, so it's summery but not, and autumny but not. It's just a good transition color. And just fix your hair a little and bada boom bada bam. And there you go. It's a nice transition look to fill in those awkward moments in between summer and fall, where it's not too cold but it's not too hot either. And it's also a good way to welcome the fall season. So if you like this video, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!